Hey everybody, it's Chris and Des Show. I'm Chris.
And I'm Des.
And today we're going to talk to you about kind of like a recap of the Golden Globes that were last night.
Did you watch the Golden Globes?
And then we'll talk about kind of like what happened with the SAG today.
Moly.
We're getting this like 2 weeks away from Oscar nomination, so we're trying to
It's all here it comes.
process
Here it comes.
everything.
Here it goes.
So, the SAG Awards.
The SAG Awards?
I'm sorry.
Or the Golden Globes?
Let's talk
about the Golden Globes.
Okay, so Gerard Carmichael hosted, and I read that some people really liked him. I did not enjoy him at all, not even a little bit. Des?
I understand what he was trying to do. I really do. Like, his comedy is that way. Like, when you go see, I watched his special. He has a special out there. I don't remember the name of it. But he's very, like, okay, let me tell you. Like, he's very, like, conversational. And not so much joke. That is true about who he is.
Yeah.
And so that's what he tried to do at the Golden Globes. And I think the room, like, went against him. Like, they gave him a chance at the beginning because he comes down to the front and he sat down and they were trying to stay with him, I feel like. And then he yelled at people to be quiet, and then he lost them. Yeah. And that's just my read for what happened in the room. And I don't think he ever got him back after he lost him like that. And so it just felt like tension. It just felt like, oh no, he didn't connect. I think he just didn't find his voice in that room. Like, his voice is his voice for his stuff. But there's a specific job when you're doing a hosting gig, and he didn't plan anything. Like, he didn't plan any sketches or bits or anything. He just came in and did a chat, and it
fell flat. Especially if you were watching, at least from us watching at home, it was like, this is so boring. Like, we were just so excited when he, like, okay, just be done. Just be done.
It wasn't jovial at all.
Yeah.
It was, I don't know. He's trying to be controversial. He tried to be controversial in a lot of things that he said. And there was a lot of oohs.
And they probably talked to him about, be like, hey, we want you to bring to light that we haven't had any black people in our members, and it's like we want to talk about that we're changing, and that's fine. But I don't know, he was just boring. I thought he was really boring as a host.
I guess that's the.
I know, and I get it that they wanted someone black, whatever. Maya Rudolph's black, but she's a better host. Saying.
It just feels like there's other choices there that would have been a little bit.
Even Tracy Jordan was there, and he's hilarious in that he can just play off of everybody.
Yeah, he would have been funny.
And I think that's part of being a good host. Like, Gerard Carmichael might be good in his stuff that he does, but some people aren't good as a host. Like, he should not have his own talk show because he's not good with the people.
Interviewing
that kind of
people and that kind of stuff.
It's why, even though, I might not always be the biggest Ellen DeGeneres fan as a person, she's good at that. Like, she can play off of people so well. And so I think that's why she hosts things or whatever. You have to have that quick kind of like wit of like, I'm playing off the situation. And then of course, so he was, for me, a dud. It was super low energy.
It was really low energy.
And he was so quiet at times, like, I can't even hear what he's saying.
That's his thing, though. That's when he's really low energy.
But you shouldn't host.
Yeah.
The hosting part was bad. Yeah. When you host, you need to bring the energy up and do that kind of stuff.
Well, and then he tried at some point to do that. Like, he was clapping and trying, but it wasn't authentic for him. It just wasn't it just wasn't.
He just was a bad choice for a host. On the other side, Jennifer Coolidge. Can we just have Jennifer Coolidge win everything and present everything and do all the things so that she can just talk more often?
She was the thing. She was the takeaway from the Golden Globes. Absolutely.
She could totally play. She plays off of. She's talking to the people in the audience and about her neighbors and about it. She just.
Because she did a presentation. She presented an award, right?
Yes.
And then she won an award. So the 2 times that she got to stand up there were the best part of the whole show.
Hilarious. She just is so funny. She's having a moment right now, too.
She really is having a moment.
A deserved moment, because she really is fantastic.
Yeah.
And Angela Bassett gave us such a good speech.
She was so great.
She's so classy, and
all the Abbott Elementary people, they were so great.
I love
that part was really good.
Yeah, It was nice. And even Steven Spielberg gave such a heartfelt speech about winning. And
I was so glad he won.
Yeah.
I was so glad he won.
It was nice. And Michelle Yeoh, too, same thing. Great. Like, I've worked in this business for years, and I'm getting recognized. And it was just so nice.
Getting their due. Yeah.
Oh, and from Everything Everywhere All at Once, Hugh Kwan, it's such a nice speech, too. I loved it.
How did I not put together that he was the little kid in the Indiana Jones movie?
Yeah.
I had not put that together until last night, and I was like, "That's the kid." Oh, that was.
He sounds exactly the same.
He was. I don't know why I didn't notice it.
He seems like he's similar height. He's not a very tall person.
No, he's not.
But it was nice because Steven was there too, and he got to thank Mr. Spielberg, you give me my shot in this thing, and so it was
a real full circle
nice
moment for sure. Yeah.
So there were a lot of nice moments for sure. The Fabelmans won Best Picture Drama, deservedly so. Best Picture Comedy went to The Banshees of Inisherin, which was fine. I mean, I understand, but I don't
think that gets a comedy. Personally,
we thought Everything Everywhere All at Once was gonna push through there. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio won. He also always gives nice little speeches about.
Yeah, no, he was great.
He loves cinema. That's what I love about him. He loves movies. He's like Martin Scorsese, like Quentin Tarantino. These guys direct because they are just fascinated with film. They just love it. Yeah. Steven Spielberg, same way. And so he got to talk about how animation is really is an art form and that kind of stuff. It was great. Kate Blanchett won, but she wasn't there. There was a lot of people not there.
Yeah, there were quite a few.
Which were they protesting? I know Brendan Fraser was for sure protesting because he wasn't there on purpose. But Austin Butler was there, and he got to thank Priscilla Presley, who came, and Lisa Marie Presley came, and so it was nice. And he also thanked Denzel Washington, and we don't know why, but I'm with you. I love Denzel too. Yes, absolutely. I think Denzel. Everyone loves Denzel.
I'm sure he had something to do with it.
And so Angela winning, which. Desiree can tell you, I've been saying this, that she was going to win. I knew it. But she is the first Marvel actor to ever win an award, like a major award. From a Marvel
movie.
Yeah, so it was the first time Marvel's ever won an acting award. And I think, she got nominated for the SAG today. I think she's a lock to get nominated for the Oscar.
Yeah.
And I think she's in the front. I think she's in the front to win. I think.
Yeah.
And first of all, she deserves an Oscar. She doesn't have an Oscar, and she's so good. And
she really
she's good in this role. It's not just
sure.
because it's whatever. Yeah. She's really good.
Well, that happens a lot where people get an award for all of their past and not necessarily for the current project that they're nominated for. But I think for her that
it's in both. It could be both.
Yeah, it could be both.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
Yes. Steven Spielberg, Banshees won screenplay, Babylon won best score, but I don't know why. That doesn't make sense to me, but
what their criteria are.
And it was nice that RRR won best original song, and this guy came up and
he was so cute.
He was going slow at first, but I was like, man, his English is so good. That's not his first language. Like, don't ask me to speak Hindi because I can't. He did a great job, and I like that song. It's really fun, energetic, which the movie is too. I love RR. That's a great movie. So then the big surprises today for the SAGs were that Adam Sandler got nominated for Hustle, which I just watched Hustle and I loved it. And I like Adam Sandler. He's such a nice guy, so I get it. It was the typical people: Austin Butler, Colin Farrell, Brendan Fraser, Bill Nye, who Jennifer Coolidge also made a joke about how to pronounce his name. I hope, as I said, I was like, I hope she presents this award at the SAGs and she gets to say his name. And then for actress, like Kate Blanchett, of course, Viola Davis, the Woman King, and Michelle Yeoh, which they were not surprises. But luckily, Danielle Deadwyler got in for Till. The Globes didn't nominate her. I don't know why. I was telling Des, when you see Till, you'll be like, oh, I know exactly why she was nominated. Done.
Okay, good.
And then Ana de Armas, who was nominated, we thought was a surprise
Is that
at the Globes. Yeah, and then she got nominated again. So maybe she's
they're taking her seriously
on the path.
All right.
And she's great in that movie, but it's just not a good movie. You know if you watched it.
Okay.
And then Eddie Redmayne is continuing his nominations for The Good Nurse.
Yes,
so people are also paying attention to that. He got his Globe nomination. He's nominated today. Nobody else was surprised in that category. Angela continues her nomination. The ladies of Everything Everywhere All at Once are everywhere.
There.
And then Carrie Condon, who's amazing in The Banshees of Inisherin. But then Hong Chow got in for The Whale. And when I just put our review of The Whale up so you can watch it. I I had to like that. She was my favorite part of The Whale for sure.
She for sure was the best part of that movie. I loved her.
And
Every time she came in on the screen, I was like, oh, here we go.
She's good. She's just a really good actress. So I'm glad she's getting recognition as well too. And then the casts were Babylon, which I get it. Everybody likes Brad Pitt. Don't get me wrong. I like Brad Pitt too, and I like Margot Robbie too, and I like Jean Smart.
Come to the stuff.
I just don't like that movie personally. Banshees, not a surprise. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. That was our we were for sure that whole movie was the cast was being nominated.
Sweep them all.
And The Fablemans, good. And surprised that Michelle Williams wasn't on the actress
that is a
one.
surprise.
But then she is nominated, obviously, as a cast member of The Fablemans.
Yeah.
And then Women Talking, good choice for a cast.
I'm glad to see that one in there for sure.
Definitely.
I kind of am hoping that one wins.
It's such a good cast.
It's great because the cast is what makes it.
Yeah.
The interaction between all those ladies and how it's the key. That's the key to it all.
Yeah. I think I wish they had a cast category at the Oscars because it's the same idea. Like, it's almost hard to pinpoint which of those ladies is your favorite because they're all so good.
It's really good. That's
So
really
good. So we're all for Women Talking getting nominated for casts. Good job,
Absolutely.
SAG Awards.
Way to go.
And then they do a stunt ensemble as well too, and they did Avatar, The Batman, Black Panther, Top Gun, and The Woman King. All those have good stunts. So I agree to all those things.
Way to go.
Good job.
Can you believe I haven't seen The Batman yet? I need to watch that one.
You still haven't
I heard
seen
it's really
it?
good.
Oh, it's so good,
I haven't watched it yet. That's so not like me.
Yeah, and she likes Batman.
I really do. Okay, so I'm on it.
Yeah, watch that.
The Batman.
Watch Hustle, The Batman.
Hustle, The Batman. I need
Till.
to see Till.
Oh.
Yes, I need to see Till still.
And maybe Blonde at some point because
I'm going to wait to see if it gets nominated for the Oscars.
you can do what I did and
Fast forward.
You don't have to watch the whole thing.
I want to see The Good Nurse with
Oh yeah,
Eddie
The Good Nurse
Redmayne.
is good.
I want to
The
see
Good
that
Nurse is
one.
good. I liked it. Anyway, let us know what you thought about the awards.
Yeah.
And,
Did you watch the Golden Globes? What did you think of
Did,
Jared?
did you like him?
What did you think?
Also, are you excited that Jennifer Coolidge's neighbors are talking to her again? Because that one's
She's
also
getting
like-
invited to parties, apparently.
Oh my gosh, she's so funny. And who do you think should host next year at the Golden Globes? Do you have an
Yeah.
idea? Somebody?
Who was your favorite Golden Globes host?
We've been rooting for Maya Rudolph to host something forever and ever, and no one listens to us. I don't know why.
I'm positive that they would have asked her, and she's just said
Said
no.
no. She must have said no.
Because she's smart. She doesn't want to put herself
really
through
smart.
that. I'm certain.
Yeah. I want it to be Maya Rudolph, Kristen Wiig, Amy Poehler, Tina Fey, and then they can kind of like just switch. Like
Yeah,
the two of
team.
them come
Make it a
out, and then the
team.
two of them come out, and then the three of
Oh,
them, and then
that'd be
you
perfect.
just
Just
they just
tag team it.
rotate it all.
Yeah.
Because those ladies are really smart and really funny,
It'd be
and
great.
together they are
It would be great.
goofs.
Yeah.
So let us know what you thought.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Bye.
like, subscribe,
Oh,
tell your mailman.
do that.
Right? Okay, bye.
Bye.